In 1980, my mother and father put their pennies together and bought a house, or bought a lot in the Outer Banks of North Carolina. And then they paid it off, and my dad spent 3 years planning. And in 1984, with his own hands and some friends and family, he built the entire house by himself. He did everything with it. He hammered every nail, did the plumbing, did the electricity. Didn't really have a background in construction or engineering or anything, but it just took a lot of perseverance, a lot of hard work, a lot of optimism. I was there the first day when the truck came in with all the wood on it. This gigantic semi-truck, 18-wheeler, and had all the wood there. And I just remember looking at this enormous task that my mom and dad, but had ahead of them. And my dad never blinked, he never wavered, never thought about quitting. It's kind of served as an inspiration to me. I use this story with my team about what you can do when you have a plan and you persevere and you keep grinding away. It's a lot like a season, it's a lot like a basketball career. But late in my mom and dad stayed there for 6 weeks and had, like I said, friends and family came down and helped with everything. Then my dad lived in that house. It had no electricity, no plumbing, anything, in late July and early August for 3 weeks. So from the minute he got up in the morning, basically until he fell asleep, he worked on that house. And anyone that's been in that part of the state that time of year, incredibly hot, humid. Again, there's no air conditioning. He just had a cooler they put food in. He'd go down to the public beach and use the shower there and just kind of made things go. And that's really tough duty, but my dad never complained, never said anything about it. I would ask him, how was it? And he'd always say, it wasn't too bad. I just kind of grinded it out. The sacrifices that they made financially, the sacrifice they made physically, emotionally, to do it, and mom and dad never rented it. They didn't do it for money. They just did it for other people and for the family. So it's always served as inspiration to me and motivating to me when I think, particularly in these COVID times when things aren't going so well, that we're real fortunate to have a lot of things. And I always remember my mom and dad, I asked him, he went to buy the lot. It was $15,000 and they had 3 lots, and he didn't care which lot he got. And the banker told him, I'll give you money for all of it. I'll give you $45,000 right now. 5 years, your money will be 5 times this. In 10 years, it'll be 10, 20 times that. So my dad just said, no, I just got the money to buy this one lot. And sure enough, 5 years later, it was 5 times as much, and 10 years later, it was 12 or 15 times as much. So you can do the math about the amount of money that would have been worth. And I always asked my mom and dad, said, do you regret not buying more lots and making more money? And he never blinked, again, never wavered. Just said, no, I'm just really happy that I had the courage and the foresight and was able to have one. And I just thought that's always kind of been, we always kind of want more in life, or want to think about what could have been. And the house isn't big, it doesn't sit right on the ocean, but if you ever ask my dad and ask my mom, there's no other house that they would want there. And that's always been a kind of a inspiration and a lesson to me. That's not about what you don't have. He always said, well, I got the best house on the beach. There's certain ones that are bigger, nicer, fancier, but it just was very, very fortunate and satisfied with what he had. So I use that story with my team once in a while. We all think we have problems once in a while, but boy, that was really tough doing for what my mom and dad did to make the sacrifices to build that house and build it really for other people to enjoy. And I use it for my team in terms of what you can do when you have a positive attitude, when you have an inspiration, when you persevere through things, when you just grind things out and you work at things daily, and again, have a real positive attitude and just keep grinding away.